Although students are told that it's a dry campus, sometimes students don't think it's that big of a deal to drink, and they think that maybe it's more of a rule that's frowned upon than something that can get them in trouble. But in Logan, on Utah State University's campus, it is taken seriously. We want our students to be happy and healthy.
My understanding of the reason for the dry campus rule is that it was primarily an interference to the educational process to have widespread use of alcohol on campus. And it was a deterrent to some students getting a good education. The second thing is it created great problems between the community around the university and the university itself. So because it wasn't conducive to the educational process of the campus, and because it created problems off campus, the university chose to institute a dry campus policy to help improve both aspects of that. As a physician, I understand the medical aspects of alcohol use and the side effects and the downside of alcohol use, and I'm constantly explaining that it is a health issue, not a religious or a punitive issue. It's really a matter of good health and creating an environment of safety and quality education.
You know, as I work with colleagues from around the nation, I know that more and more schools are becoming dry, and part of that is because they're worried about the safety and the health of their students.
Utah State's a dry campus because it reduces the risk of health and impairment problems of alcohol. It's just as simple as that. There is a risk. I mean, we've been a dry campus since 1995, and so over those years, almost 20 years now, we've seen a reduction of alcohol problems here on campus. You have to realize a student that goes off of campus and comes back on campus is still in possession of alcohol. And so whether they're drinking on campus or come back on campus after they're drinking, they're still in violation of the alcohol policy. A lot of students don't realize that and are very surprised when they get in trouble with it. But generally when students get caught with drinking on campus, there's law enforcement involvement. Law enforcement here in Logan and Cache County, even and campus police, they rarely give a warning on underage drinking. It's just pretty much an automatic minor in possession ticket. And students need to realize it's a very expensive and costly ticket, because it's generally about an average of $1,000 for this ticket. Plus they have to go through the court process, and this is all off-campus stuff that they have to go through. So they have to go through a court process, and they're on probation for a year because of the drinking, because of the underage drinking.
We enforce alcohol laws, and it's a dry campus because alcohol leads to a lot of other problems. Kids come, they're away from mom and dad for the first time. They can make those judgments. They're not around to answer to mom and dad. We find that alcohol, leads to issues with a lot of sexual assaults that occur. You have the issue of drinking and driving that's a concern for us. We see a lot of vandalism and assaults that are related to alcohol. So when somebody drinks, it's not affecting just them, it's those around them.
I don't want the students to go through and have to have something on their record because of a choice they made. I want them to prevent that.
I want to meet with the students in the hallway of the TSC. I really do, but I don't want to have them meet with me in my office.